Guys, I want to review this product. It costs only 313 pesos in Lazada, and it's a kick-ass product. It's a video capture device. It can input 4K and output 1080p 30 frames per second. If you needed 60 frames per second, you can capture it at 720p and it'll do 60 frames per second. It's a very good product. I've tested it. Now, why did I buy this product? Because I have several cameras. I have a mirrorless, so Sony mirrorless, Sony action cam, and a Foxeer Legend, which I use for my RC planes. And they all have HDMI out. So the only way to transfer their videos for live streaming or other purposes is to use a video capture card. And this is one of the best. Now I'll give the link in the description where I bought this, but I use this in several live videos and it works. It just works very flawlessly, and the images and quality is very good. Product, it comes with a manual which I throw away, and it comes in this box. So I used it for several videos and it's really good. This even works on mobile phones. Android. I tested it on my S7. I plugged it in a USB and did a live video using this camera. I have one video in YouTube where it shows that I'm using this camera and this is connected to the phone and do live streaming. This has zoom and has better image quality for video, and it works on Android PC. I think it works on Mac OS. I don't know, I don't have that, and it's a very good product. This causes some heat problems, and I left it plugged in the PC for several days. And after several days, I found out that this was causing a crash in my PC. It was broken. Very hot. After using, just be sure that you unplug it, because it causes excessive heat. So, because I love this product, I bought another one. It just arrived. This is a broken one. I bought another one. And researching in YouTube, some have dismantled this. Let's see. So I dismantled it. And after seeing some videos in YouTube, this is what this is the difference. This chip has to have an heatsink. There should be aluminum heatsink on it, and at the back there should have been thermal pad. I don't know where the shop that I bought it from, why it didn't have the thermal pad and heatsink on this product. So that's one of the flaws that I got from this product. Maybe 3 hours of use, it's not gonna break. But now I saw on YouTube that they have modified this product. They put thermal pads on the heatsink. Others have used this open. I mean, they didn't put any cover on it. They removed it from the cover because the issues are it's gonna break from overheating. Same shop, but it arrived in a plastic. It's not on a box. This is what it came from. And before anything else, because this is new from Lazada, the first thing you have to do is test it. Maybe just plug it in and see if it is detected. If it is detected, it's good. The new one, just plug it in. And voila, it's detected. So it's a working device. That's the first thing you have to do, so that you know if you're gonna need to return it. Okay, first thing, test the product, because I am planning to dismantle it. Okay, it's good. It didn't even heat up, so it's a good product. It's working, brand new. The old one, that's the damaged one. And now I removed the new one. Remember, always test it first before removing it to avoid warranty. I know that this is working, so I dismantled it. And the problem is, oh, it's still the same. The problem is, let's see, it still didn't have the heatsink. Yes, it's cheap, and the board layout is kind of different. I hope this one is better. This is the new one and this is the old one. This one has the old crystal, big one. This one has a smaller crystal. I don't know which one is it. So now I have to modify this. I need thermal pads so that this bottom, which is thermally plated on the heatsink, it should transfer the heat on the aluminum. So I need some modifications. I've seen on YouTube these had thermal pads at the bottom, which when you place it in this, it would touch the aluminum case. So this one doesn't have the thermal pads at the bottom, and it also doesn't have a heatsink. I've seen them with like Raspberry Pi heatsinks on the top of the CPU. I don't know if that will help. So others in the YouTube, they told us just remove the casing, but this doesn't have any heatsink on the top, because it's a heavy process to process a 1080p video to serial, so it will heat. So I have to do some modifications. I'm gonna have to look for ways to keep this from destroying itself from excessive heat. So I'll need a thermal pad at the bottom, a thicker one. I don't know about the top. I don't have a heatsink that can carry the heat away. I'll probably operate this open case if I don't have any thermal pad at the bottom. Okay. I got a thermal pad from a broken device, but it's kind of thick. It's okay. I can force it in so that it touches the aluminum case when it goes in. Anyway, this is soft. It can uh, soft. It's a thermal pad, and I gotta use this. Put some here and here so that it touches both the heatsink and so that you can monitor how hot it is. Now don't forget to remove the device from the plug, from the USB plug if not in use. That's the best scenario I need it, because this works on Android. You can plug it on an Android and use a action cam on a helmet or something and go live Facebook live using this. I can put this on my cap and drive. I'll be on live moving using the data, mobile data. See, that's the purpose of why I want this. I bought another one, not only for the PC but also for Android. You can go live mobile using mobile data, or even when you're at events using a DSLR or mirrorless and capture live videos from that event. That's one of the other purpose why I bought another one, because it's a very good product. So just let's modify something. This one doesn't have thermal pad at the bottom. I think the thermal pad is good enough because the chip is thermally connected here. So this has to touch the metal aluminum casing. I think that's enough. So if I get aluminum heatsink for RPI or Raspberry Pi, I'll place it in. But for now, I need the thermal pad. Thermal base. You don't need much. It's not conductive. Yeah. Oh, it's bad thermal base. Doesn't matter. Just place it on this. You don't need much. It's only for micro space. Place it there. It's not a very good job, right? But that thermal paste is gonna help. Oh, it's slippery. Anyway, it's gonna get compressed because this thermal pad is very thick. It's gonna be hard putting it in the case. Okay, that's one way. Put more here. And yeah, I'm using my fingers. It's non-toxic. Doesn't even conduct electricity. Yeah. Okay. I'll remove more if there's excess. It's gonna compress it, and the excess is gonna move out. It's gonna be tricky placing it in. It's kind of thick, but this is a soft thermal pad. I can force it in using a blade here. Okay, let's try it. Off camera, I'm gonna stick this in because it's pretty thick. It's by pressing it. It's gonna expand. It's gonna go. Now it's getting thinner. Just place it in when I order another thermal pad, I'm gonna get different sizes. For now, this is gonna suffice. Okay, try placing it in. It's going back to its original form, so it's gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it off camera. Come on. Go in. Oh, don't move back. I need a different thermal pad. I'll modify it again when... Don't move. You have to stay in place. Anyway, the whole back of the PCB is thermally conducted, so it's gonna be good. More. As long as the part of the chip is it's on the place where the part of the chip is exposed thermally on the PCB. Come on, go in. It's very hard. I'll do it off camera. Tight fit. Come on. Yes, it's coming out. Okay, slide. I have to see if the thermal pad didn't move. It's way in. Let's see how deep. Oh, that's pretty deep. That's one way. Very tight fit. I hope this is a good fix. Now I'll start ordering a what they call that, small heat sink from Lazada, and dismantle it again one day. But this is gonna fix it. The back of the PCB, where's the old one? Here. This is thermally connected to the chip, so that the chip dissipates all the heat on the PCB. You see, all the PCB is it's a very large amount of copper. Now, placing the thermal pad, a thick one, because if this alone is placed inside, see, nothing's gonna touch the aluminum. See, there's no thermal pad. Nothing's gonna touch the aluminum. So the heat is only on the board, and it's gonna heat up because only the board is heating up and it's covered. Unlike this, because of the thermal pad, the heat from this board is touching the heat sink, the whole aluminum you're gonna feel if it's too hot, so you can stop recording or something. So one of the fix, I don't have any heatsink for the top chip, but I think the bottom is enough. If ever I get a heatsink for that, I'll probably paste one on top. Only on the processor. That's the processor, HDMI processing chip. So I hope this helps. I'm not scared of very long live videos, capturing videos for very long. Now, after using it, remove it from the USB plug so that it doesn't get destroyed. Okay. If yours has a seal, you can't open it. So if you're gonna do this modification, you're gonna void the warranty. But if you know it's working, and you really need to check if it's it has this thermal pad, and you see this is the second one, and it doesn't have it's still the same. It doesn't have a heatsink on the top and doesn't have thermal pad on the bottom. It's the same. It's gonna get broken. Now all the heat from the PCB is gonna get real hot. It's gotta be transferred here. Probably I'll do a test 1 hour and use my thermal temperature probe and see how hot this gets. As long as the heat from the board is transferred to the metal aluminum case, it's gonna be good. Okay, that's the new one. Okay, that's the new one. Oh, the old one is already broken, so too bad for that. This is the old one. If something breaks, I have parts for that. So that's the second HDMI capture card. This is a good product. It's a kick-ass one. It works on Android. I was surprised it works very good at Android. So even if you're on mobile data, place the cell phone on this plugged in on your cell phone and place it on your pocket, and have a camera and HDMI cable and do some live videos with a mirrorless live events, right? This has zoom. It's good in low light. Or even use an action cam, HDMI out, or even this, which I place in front of my cap. While on the motorbike, I can go live. You have to have mobile data, but it's a good use, right? Yan lang mga purpose niyan. Kaya bumili ako niyan. Kaya bumili ako na second. I think drones use HDMI too, so you can also do live videos with a drone using your cell phone. That's one kick-ass capture card. I don't know why the supplier of the store I bought had no thermal pad. they're not consistent on their products made in China. See, other people in China don't protect it. Well, I've seen a lot of videos that has thermal pads and heat sinks inside. You don't need the heat sink actually. The thermal pad is already good, so that the board itself, when it heats up, is transferred to the metal aluminum. At least you can monitor how hot
Test
it
this
is.
for 1 hour. Everything's good. USB video and USB digital audio.
I gotta see how fast it gets hot. The board, the heat will transfer to the aluminum, keeping it thermally cool. Maybe 1 degree. It's heating up. I can feel it, but it's not gonna get really hot like the old one, the original without the thermal pad. That PCB is gonna get hot inside and kulub. It's enclosed. It's gotta get really hot. Now getting pretty warm, but around, I think, 2 degrees. And I'll check for an hour and use my thermosensor. I'm using a Fluke with a thermocouple. Now I'm touching it. It's not even warm. It's warm, but it's not even hot. I can touch it on the body. It's gonna register my temperature. I'm touching it. Let's touch the metal HDMI, the ground. That is part of the circuit. Give it time. It's normal. I fixed it. Is it going up? Or 7. It's 1 hour now. It's normal. Woo. I'm touching without touching I'm touching the metal part of the HDMI because that is connected internally to the board. Up to 50 degrees it's safe, okay? 80 degrees it's not safe. It's not even warm. Wow, that's the better fix. I think I don't need the heatsink on top of that. But if I get one, I'll paste one heatsink, probably a RPI, Raspberry Pi heatsink. But it's good. The ambient temperature is 32. That's how hot it is. 35. It's going up. I'm touching it. That metal part, that metal ground is thermally conducted to the PCB. So you know the temperature of the PCB inside. It's working. Nice. 1 hour, 2 hours. You're not gonna do that live, right? Depends. 3 hours, 4 hours. It's good. And it's working. The thermal pad is keeping it cool because it's touching the whole case. I don't even feel any heat. It's supposed to be hot after 1 hour. It's good now. Now the modification is pretty good, and this is gonna last me long. Thanks for watching. It's not even warm. Tinatouch ko yung ano, yung mismo HDMI pin. Yung bakal. I'm touching the HDMI port. It's not even warm. It's warm, but it's not hot to touch. Okay. Thermal probe. It's going up. I think the thermal pad is the only solution. I don't need the heatsink above. It's very hard. I can't touch because it's painted. This is the only part that's gonna get warm. $36 going up. How about the USB metal? The USB metal. It's colder. I think that's the solution. Make sure that the board is thermally conducted to the aluminum case. I think it's fixed. Oh. One more. There's an electric fan hitting me. It's not gonna get warm. Or 6.2. As long as it stays below 50, it's good. It's not gonna break. I think that's the solution. Only solution. It's not even warm. It's a normal temperature. Because the whole body is aluminum, it serves as a heat sink. So the solution for modifying it, check the thermal pad underneath if it touches both the metal case and the board. If it touches it very thoroughly, it's good. I think the heatsink above is not gonna help. It's better the whole PCB is touching the. It's not touching. It's thermally conducted to the aluminum case, and I think it's the fix. Okay, this is my second time saying thanks for watching. That's the HDMI capture card from China. It's a very good product. It works on PC, iOS, and Android. You can go mobile, you're on the road, and go live and use a regular camera with the HDMI. Really good, really cool product from China. If it weren't for China, you see the first one that came out from the US is very expensive. I think it's around $250. It's only $10. It's less than $10. I bought this for 313 pesos plus 76 shipping. Good rock solid product. Just always check the inside. Always test it first before opening it, okay? Because it might void the warranty. Be sure it's working first before you open it. Some products have seals, stickers, so this one didn't have any. So the first thing I did is test it out if it was working, a working product. Okay, thanks again for watching. Agad na to. Get one.